What's going on, guys? Jabron here from Photographers on YouTube with the announcement of the new Nikon D3300. Nikon just announced this a couple of hours ago, and I just want to give you guys some basic specs and see how this is different from the previous version D3300. I had actually reviewed that a while back, and hopefully I'm going to get my hands on this camera as well and do a proper review with sample pictures when the camera is out. Alright, so right now it's going for $650 with your kit lens, 18 to 55 millimeter variable aperture lens with VR2. VR stands for vibration reduction. They have posted some sample pictures. I'll show you the sample pictures in a minute, and I'll post a link of this in the description just in case if you want to look at it on your screen as well. Alright, so some basic specs. 24 megapixel, which basically is the standard right now. Most of the cameras that are coming out from Nikon, especially, they're 24 megapixel. Obviously, because it's an entry-level camera, it's going to be a DX sensor format. Not your full frame, professional line, which is your FX. 5 frames per second, which is fast. Obviously, you're not gonna shoot professional sports with it, but photographing your kids, games, that's plenty of speed there. ISO sensitivity, this is just a numeric value. I keep telling everybody, don't let some people confuse you when they say 12,800. It does not mean that this ISO is usable. It's just a numeric value out there. When the camera actually comes out, you have to really test it and see, okay, at ISO 3200, I am getting clean pictures. At ISO 6400, I'm getting clean pictures or not. So this is just a numeric value. Don't let this confuse you and go, oh my God, 12,800. I have to get my hands on this camera because of this numeric value. As far as the video goes, this is now becoming standard. You're getting 60 frames per second at full, HD at 1080p. Those of you who don't want to shoot at 60 frames, just in case if you want to, because it does take a lot of space, it takes a lot of data, you could also do that at 24 frames per second. Let me just scroll down, see if I missed anything. It's very much standard with your D5200. One big change in this is that this does not have anti-aliasing filter. What anti-aliasing filter is, I'm going to show you a sample pictures real quick, because this was taken with a camera with no anti-aliasing filter, which is also known as low pass filter. Alright, so the companies would basically have this filter in your camera which would reduce the sharpness just a little bit, and that is to avoid it's a pattern is called moire. Okay, moire is it basically if you look at certain fabrics where there's a lot of busy pattern, it becomes very prominent, and that is to the filters basically is installed just to avoid that, to reduce it. You cannot completely eliminate it. So the good thing is that I personally like my pictures without the anti-aliasing filter because it makes the picture so much more sharper. So if I show you the properties on this, you'll see that this picture was actually taken at f3.2 at ISO 4000. So at these settings, you don't expect a super sharp picture from the camera, but because D7100 does not have anti-aliasing filter, it just gives you extra sharpness in the picture. So if I zoom in, even at ISO 4000, and let me tell you, D7100 is not known for its ISO performance. So basically, despite all that, it is still giving you a pretty sharp picture. So with no low pass filter, no anti-aliasing filter in your D3300, you're gonna get much sharper pictures than what you were getting with your previous version, which is D5200. So as far as improvement goes, I think this is the biggest thing where they improved, and I have a feeling going forward, a lot of the cameras are going to come out with no, anti-aliasing pictures, just so pictures are much sharper. All right. Besides that, I don't think there's anything else they really added that is, really, stands out. Those of you who were looking to purchase D3200, now it's on sale. So, now if you already have D3200, I don't think you should go and buy D3300. It's not going to make a huge difference except for the sharpness, but I would recommend invest in a better lens. That's going to give you much better sharpness than just upgrading your camera. All right, let me quickly show you some of the sample pictures that Nikon has posted. All right, so here's a sample picture. I'm not feeling this. The focus should have been on the eye. It's not there. I don't know who took these pictures, but obviously these are just basic sample pictures. Here's another one. Here's another one with the flash. So, the camera is capable of taking pretty decent pictures. Obviously, once you edit your pictures, you're going to add, a lot more pop to it. And if you get a decent lens, like a prime lens, 35 millimeter or 50 millimeter, you'll be fine. I don't think kit lens is a bad place to start, especially if you're doing landscape stuff. For me, it's always composition first, and then you move on to, lighting and all that stuff. So it's a pretty decent camera. Price is pretty reasonable at $650. So definitely, if you're looking to upgrade from your previous version, whatever you may have, I don't know, D3000, and if that's what you could afford, then it would be a good upgrade. As far as focusing points go, there are still 11 focusing points. Let me just confirm. Yep, still 11 focusing points. So you're gonna have to basically focus and recompose. You could do that with small apertures like f4, f5.6. If you're shooting wide open, it could be difficult. You could miss your focus. Anyone who does not know what I am talking about, it's okay. Ask me any question on my Facebook page. I'll post the link in the video as well. All right, that's pretty much it. I'll try to get my hands on this as soon as the camera is out, and try to do a proper in-depth review of the camera. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.